Hi, it's Gavin from Lucid Computer Solutions. Today I've got a review for you of this nice little PC. This is a desktop computer from Lenovo, and specifically this is a Lenovo V530s desktop computer. The basic spec of this one is an i5 9th generation processor. I think it's the 9400 in this one. It's got 8 gig of RAM and it's got a 256 gigabyte M2 SSD in this one. And what I also really like about this is that it's got Windows 10 Professional on as well. So for anybody who needs a PC for business and business networks and perhaps integration with Microsoft Azure, Windows Professional is what you're after, and this computer comes with that. So digging a little bit deeper into the spec there, so an i5 9th generation processor is a really good processor. It's got 6 cores, so that'll last you a number of years. That will no issue with the processor at all. Really good, really quick processor. 8 gig of RAM is more than ample for most people, most users out there. You're not going to need much more than that for most everyday tasks. And the 256 gigabyte M2 SSD, that's a little geeky, me saying that, isn't it? It's a little techie. Basically what I'm saying is it's got a really fast hard drive in it. It will store a decent amount of files and music and photos. It's not the biggest drive in the world, but you can always get an external USB drive to plug into it, or a second hard drive if you need a vast amount of storage. But certainly for general business use, this computer is absolutely fine. Elsewhere on it, what have we got? DVD drive on this one. I think 4 USB ports on the front here, along with a couple of audio connections as well. And on the back of this one, what we've got is another 4 USB ports. I had to remind myself then, actually. I thought it was 2, but there's actually 4 on this one. It's got an Ethernet port for your network connections. And what I like about this particular one, it's got VGA, but it's got Display Port and it's got HDMI as well. So for people using 2 or possibly 3 screens, it's really good for that. The fact that it's got Display Port and HDMI is a big tick for me. I use 2 screens pretty much for all of my work, and the fact I could connect 2 screens via Display Port and HDMI is a big tick for me. I like that. So overall, this is a really decent machine. Decent, it's better than decent. It's a really good machine, in fact. Price of it, how much does this cost? Again, prices fluctuating a lot at the moment, but it's around about £450, this one. You might see it priced up to about 500 maybe, but it's certainly no more than that. So for 450 to 500 pounds, is this good value? The simple answer there is, yeah, it is, because it's got the i5 9th gen processor, it's got overall decent spec, it's got the HDMI port and the Display Port, which I really like. It's got Windows 10 Pro for businesses, which is great. The real question here is this one compared with a previous Lenovo that I've reviewed. That was the V55t. That was the one with the Ryzen 5 processor in. That one is £100 cheaper than this one. So the question is, and that one is exceptional. For £350, that one is the best value PC I've come across in a long while. So the question here is this worth the extra £100 or so over the other one? Well, what are you getting? Well, the obvious thing is you're getting an Intel i5 processor rather than a Ryzen 5. I think the Ryzen 5 has 4 cores, whereas this one has 6 cores. So you are getting them extra cores, giving you a bit more oomph to work with. Is that worth the extra £100? To some people it will be, and to others they won't be bothered. The other thing is that other Lenovo, the V55t, only had VGA and HDMI. And I said in that review, I wish it did have DisplayPort as well. This one does have display port. So it's a tough call. The V55t is definitely hands down, the best value business PC I've seen around in a long time. The question is, would I pay the extra £100 for this one? Me personally, it's really tough. If I really, really needed the display port and the HDMI port, possibly I would go for this one. I also get the extra cores in the processor. I'm not actually that fussed about that. It's more about the connectivity. And I know I could buy an adapter for the other one, which would be less than £100, and that would give me them proper HDMI and DisplayPort connections, but it's not as nice as having it integrated, is it? So the previous one, the V55t, is hands down the best all-round value at £350. This, for an extra £100, is still amazing value in my opinion. This is still, it clearly is a better PC. It's slightly higher spec, and for £450, it's a really, really awesome machine. So if you're on a budget, you go for the one which was $350. If you've got a little bit more cash and the display port and HDMI ports are important to you, and you'd appreciate the extra cores and the extra oomph from the processor in this one, then go for this one. They're both really good PCs, just to be clear here. I like them both. I would happily use both of these computers for my own work purposes. No trouble at all. So yeah, they're both really good machines. This in itself though, the V530s with the Intel R5 processor, really good processor, really good computer. Again, this one I'm going to say is highly recommended. We will supply this to our customers, no problem at all. So go for this if you see it out there. If this is what floats your boat, go for it. Highly recommended, no problem at all. Right, I'm going to finish up. So if this video has been useful in any way, shape or form, please do smash the like button. It really helps us grow our channel. Please do subscribe. We are releasing new content all the time. Please do comment. Give me your thoughts on this PC, and I will try and personally get back to you as soon as I can. And use the links below to connect with me on Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn. So that's me, Gavin from Lucid Computer Solutions. Shameless plug. And I'll see you on the next video. See ya. Bye.